Uh, it, it it's complicated. Oh god. It's semi-random, but it's based off of the opening square. I got a really bad one, and it's probably going to be on the opposite side over here. It's really annoying. Yeah. Maybe? No. Keep getting killed or hit by these little suicide bombers. Oh yeah, these guys don't drop anything. My normal route in this game is... Jesus, that took forever. It was here. Yeah, it's always in a corner. My normal route is I'll come into Travancore, and then I'll kill the council members. They're these guys right here. They have a really high drop rate of runes. And just go up to Mephisto. Make sure our buffs are on. Open our chests. Pick up our jewel. Nah. I don't do... I mean, I could pick up all the gems, because P-gems are important and stuff, but I don't need them right now. So, like, gems are used for, like, re-rolling, and I kind of have a bunch of them. Yeah. Why is there no hell map in Diablo 4? Why can't I fight Diablo in Diablo 4? So many questions. But yeah, I have the Enigma, which is why my Necromancer can teleport. No, that was probably just Corpse Explosion. Oh, this one. Yeah, so, let me show you. So there's this weapon called the Call to Arms, and it gives you the Barbarian skills, Battle Orders, and Battle Cry, and Battle Command, right? And those are like super, super good because it really boosts your health. Like right now I'm at 2500 HP. Without the buff, I'm at like 1490. So it's like a huge boost to your HP, which helps you stay alive. And like, yeah, and like it actually comes up in here because Lister and Desus, they can do a lot of damage really quick. So being able to like, ooh, Blue Monarch. Nobody wants that short boat. It's the really good shield that everybody likes. Ithru. So this is the one that can roll the Jeweler's Monarch of the Whale, which it didn't. But yeah, if this was with 4 open shocks and plus 100 HP or 100 life, it would be like really, really good. And then I found a Nosferatu's. Yeah, for dueling. Yeah. So, one of the cool things about Diablo 2 is every rarity of item actually has value. Uh, I just don't pick it all up because I don't want the headache of identifying like 50 items, but like blue rings. This blue ring could roll plus 10% faster cast rate and then plus 20 all res or something like that. Um, which is like really good, you know? But it's not like 100%. Because those stats can only roll on blue items. So, in this game, well, any item can roll any stat kind of, but like blue items have a greater range on what they can roll compared to yellow items. So, for instance, I could find a blue item that has a higher enhanced damage than a yellow item. Or only blue items can roll jewelers. Like you'll never find a jewelers of the blank. You know that prefix can't roll on a yellow item. So Jewelers gives you sockets, which lets you put in facets. So like in my helmet right now, I have two poison facets that give me minus 10% enemy poison res and plus 10% poison damage, right? But if I had a shield that had four open sockets on it, I could get 20% extra damage and minus 20 res. But that's just not worth it because, I need my Dragool's wing. But if the shield also gave 100, HP, then it's a bit more understandable to swap it out. Because then you're getting 100 HP, you're getting the 20% extra damage, you know, you're getting the 20 res, and then you're also getting the block chance from the shield. So it becomes worth it at that point. Yeah, so blue items, yeah, as long as you get the right stuff, then it becomes more valuable or more efficient to do it that way. They do, but um, another blue monarch. Nice. Ugh, terrible. They do, but so like from my weapon, I'm getting minus 49% enemy poison res. From my helmet, I'm getting minus 10% poison res. And then from the curse, which one am I using? This one? I'm getting minus 66% res. So we're getting over 100% minus poison res. So I broke the immunities essentially. So like, let me show you real quick. So like, if I go over here, there should be, yeah, these guys. See how it has the little poison icon on them? I can remove that. See how it's gone now, and they're taking damage? Yeah, so they can be poison resistant to the point where I can't damage them with poison, but once I hit them with the debuff, then I can damage them. They're additive, they're not multiplicative. So yeah, so once you get into the negative resistances, yeah, like see these guys, they are no longer poison res. You know? And once you pass 100%, then they're just taking extra damage. And anybody who's not poison resistant, they're just taking an extra 100% damage essentially. It has a cap. I forget what the cap is, but yeah, that's why that's why I would argue that the Necromancer is the best class in this game, in game, because if you have Enigma, then you have your teleports, and then if you Enigma's the name of the item, but it can only be made if you put 3 runes into a chess piece in the specific order of Ja Ith Bur. Yeah. So it gives you a +1 to teleport, which is how I teleport. Yeah, which is how I got the battle orders from here. Yeah. Yeah. And then I don't know, I might go fight Diablo. Yeah, yeah, there were a lot of builds that were just like random crossover builds, like the Fire Enchant Werebear Sork, where you can like turn into a werebear as the sorceress using a special item, and then you just use Fire Enchant to boost the damage of the werebear. But like all the maps in this game have like a specific pattern to them, which makes them really easy to navigate. So you never really get lost once you understand how the maps work. And in Diablo 4, there's nothing to tell you where to go, and you have all these like very specific objectives that you have to do. And it's like they're just not feasible to do all the time. Well, yeah, like that's another. There's no overlay. Why would they take out the? It's like I forgot which way I was supposed to go. I think it's left. We'll just try left. I don't think it was left. I think it was right. Yeah, except the maps change every time, so it's a different map, so the end should be in a different spot, but it's still pretty easy to find. Like, so like as you can see, it's just like, yeah, yeah. No, it's just I like doing the short Mephisto, Diablo uh, combo runs. Like the preserved head can roll +3 to bone spear and then +3 to all necro skills, or poison and bone skills. So it can technically roll +6 to poison and bone, which is nice. I think I had one of those at some point. Uh, let's see. No, it's probably on a mule. Yeah. But yeah, look, there's Andariel's Visage, the item that only one only one Andariel's Visage currently exists in Diablo 4, and it's not tradable. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are like just some Korean farmers who are just like selling their accounts out there. In Diablo 2, I got a couple of them, and oh, that's Tel Rashes. Why am I wearing Tel Rashes on my guy? That's weird. I haven't played this character in a while, so I don't know where everything is. So it gives you +2 to all skills, 20% attack speed, 10% HP per hit, which is really nice, 25 strength, which is basically a boost to your HP again, and then you get poison res, and then you get a big fire debuff, but it's not a big deal. Most people like it because it gives you the 20% attack speed plus the 2 skills and the HP drain. Speaking of Andariel. Yeah, like in Dariel's map, you just got to go to the right. Not that right, apparently. Maybe. Maybe it's down right? It might be. Yep, there it is. So you just go to the right of the teleporter from the entryway. This one's random, so it's kind of hard to know. There we go. Yeah, I learned it from a video. I was watching a Mr. Lama video about how to cheat the maps. God damn it, I hate that she always kills my guy. I should have... Blood moon. Yeah, you can resurrect. Ooh, see it? Heaven's Gob. That is... See, like this. This right here is probably the best armor you could get for your mercenary at level 29. Like, hands down, that's as good as it's going to get for a mercenary early game. Like, this item has value. You know? Like, it's not good for me, but it has value. And then, yeah. I think they're one no, yeah, they're their separate level. They level up separately, but they cap out at your level. So when you if you wanted to like change your mercenary's name for whatever reason, you could buy a new one, but they would be level 92, and then you'd have to level them up to 93. Yeah, he's good. He's got the ability to hold a two-handed weapon, which gives him the insight. So raw tier Tal Soul, and that gives him a meditation aura, and that meditation aura makes it so that your mana regens much faster. So you always want him to have. Yeah, he gives me mana regen, which is nice. And then he does pretty decent damage. He's pretty useful against Bale. It depends. So certain rune words are good for weapons. So for instance, I got one in here somewhere. I'm sure I do. Yeah, grief. Yeah, yeah. Like this. This is the best weapon in the game, hands down. There's no question about it. The thing that makes this the best weapon in the game is probably not something you're gonna realize. Yeah, this is just the best weapon in the game. Yeah, yeah. Means it changes based on character level. So the higher level you are, the more percentage you'll get there. No, like at level 93, it's 174%, and then once you're level 99, I think it caps out at like 200. So as you level up, the percentage goes up. Yeah, at character level, yeah, yeah. The prevent monster heal is extremely important. Yeah, and like all it takes is a low rune. I mean, I know that sounds like a lot of money, but I mean it's just a low rune. Like I could probably just sell this Annihilus and get another one. So the thing that makes it really good is that flat 350 damage, because your 350 damage that's added in separately. Yeah, and then it gets multiplied by all your skills. Yeah, it depends on the class. So like for all the melee classes, that's the best weapon. For the Necromancer, it's the Death's Web, Unearthed Wand here. Like if you're going for a poison build, this is by far the best item for the Necromancer because it gives you. That one doesn't. That one's just additive. And then yeah, so this is super nice because the 51 poison nova on death basically means that everything around you when you die is going to die. So you can come back to your corpse pretty free. And then obviously having minus 50% poison res is really nice. World Stone Keep. I do so bad against Bale. He has so Bale has like this absurd HP pool, which I think is a good thing. And I think it's something that Diablo 4 really needs is, like I said, the enemies just die so fucking easy. Like, and if I go too far, like up the tree, it just becomes I one-shot all the enemies and all the enemies one-shot me. It's not like they're surviving. It just becomes a less stable game for me. Well, it's just like my thing is like they made all these really cool mechanics for the boss fights, and I just don't get to engage with them. Yeah, it's like I would love to, fight, the Blood Mage world boss, see all his cool moves, but I just don't have that luxury because he's too weak. I don't want them to nerf the builds because then I can't like they have it set up to go all the way up to tier 100 for dungeons, which makes the enemies level like 500 plus or something, or no, like 50 levels over you. So I think it caps out at level 150. But again, it's the same issue where it's like they need the damage so that I can fight those monsters. But once I get the damage, I'll just one-shot them, honestly. And then we're back to where we were, where it's I one-shot them, they one-shot me. So the tier 100 dungeon doesn't feel any different than a tier 50 dungeon, really. Aside from, like, more things one-shotting me. Oh wait, I gotta do the other one. Yeah, so I gotta let Emilio take out one of their guys, and then I can just corpse them down. I like the corpse land. Yeah, that is one thing I will say about Diablo 2 that's super annoying. There are no good set rings in the game, so there's never a reason to pick one up. Which is, it's annoying. It's just like, it'll never hold value. Yeah, yeah. Like, no set ring has value because no set that has a ring has value. Yeah. Yeah, dude, he is tanky. Like, takes a minute. Like, come on, man. We'll get there eventually. Ooh, that's... Oh, it's just a regular one. These are charms and stuff, so... Another thing that they decided to remove from the Diablo games. So you can get a charm, a small charm, a torch for your character, and just a bunch of tiny ones to like boost your character. Yeah. And then, yeah, so they took out the charms in the game, but like, oh, come on, how could you take out a geese? Geese Fortune's so cool. I love this thing. My favorite item in the game, the Geese Fortune. And the rest of these are just poison bone skillers. And these ones down here are just random reses that were like a little bit low on my character, and I wanted to fix them. So everything caps out at 75 except for lightning, but I mean, that's as good as I'm going to get. I don't really care. Yeah, so every world tier you go up changes your resistances. So in normal, you have no debuffs. In Nightmare, I think it's like minus 50. And then in Hell, it's minus 100. So you need 175 res and a specific resistance in order to cap it out, essentially. Whereas here, you would only need 75. So you get a debuff of minus 100 res, essentially, just for being in Hell. No, you can change it with items or playing a paladin. I think the paladin will cap out at like 95. The paladin's busted. Well, so one of the things that were in the patch notes for Diablo 4, well, it wasn't in the patch notes, which is why I'm upset about it. Um, ooh, Tal Rash's tombs. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna go do those next. One of the things that they didn't include. Oh, that's where Duriel is. But no one used to go there until they invented this new Helltide thing going on here. They call them terror zones. So when you go to a terror zone, like the ones listed in the top corner, all the enemies there are automatically level 95, which is really big news for Diablo 2 because items drop based on enemy level. So essentially, if I go to this purple area, all the enemies here now have a chance to drop all the high level items, which is super nice. Not here, not in the outside part, but in the tombs. Yeah. So I'm just gotta pick one of these. And then it's a solo. I'm just in here. Um, but it's cool because these guys get good items. Yeah, every enemy in these areas level. Yeah, they're all 95. The elites I think are 97. I think they get like a 2 level buff. Archon plate, nice. No, no. This is as high as they're gonna get. I think there's one area where the enemies are 105. Full belt, that's super good because that's the belt I'm wearing. Yeah. How do I compare? Worse defenses. Sellable. Yeah, if you go to the Ubers, I think they say that the enemies in the Uber areas are like 105, if I remember right. Like Uber Mephisto, Uber Bale, Uber Diablo. So you go collect these like keys from killing certain enemies in the game. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can fight all the Ubers, and yeah, you need. I think it's. I can't remember. I can't remember if it's 3 copies of every key, or you just need one of each key. But yeah, you need the keys to open the portals to go fight all the Ubers, and that's where you get your Annihilus charm, your torches, and whatnot. Oh, we got a Grand Charm. It could be anything. It's actually legendary. Holy shit, guys. No drill. This could be a Geese, or it could be one of the new charms. It's a new one. Alright, so these are new charms that they added to the game, where it's like, it sunders your enemy's fire resistance. and then it like hits you with a minus 77 fire res. So what it means is it automatically makes them like weak to fire, but it makes you weak to fire too. Yeah, but I don't want that in my inventory right now. But that will be great for my sorceress. See, how long did it take me to find something that's going to change one of my characters forever? What was that, like 20 minutes? 20 minutes to find an item that will fundamentally change my character build for my sorcerer. Like that's a pretty good deal. It's just like that just doesn't exist in Diablo 4. Story's great, you know. The gameplay's fun. Just the itemization is ass. To let me run a Hydra Sork because there are a lot of enemies that are fire res in this game. Like if you can see it in the top every now and again, you'll see them pop up. It's like this enemy is immune to fire. This enemy is immune to magic. And if fire sources are not good because they don't have access to certain areas of the game because of the element they're using. If that makes sense. So, but yeah, if you could, yes, if you could remove the resistance, fire would be good. Like I don't think that anybody would be like upset about having. Yeah, this makes fire sword viable. Like without that charm, I would never run a fire sword because, like, if I went to, uh, yeah, yeah, you would have to carry around like a separate pocket wand on your character to like cast lower res using the charges on the wand, and then you'd have to recharge that all the time. It's like, yeah, I don't know about all that, you know. Whereas with the charm, you can just have the charm in your inventory, and it's like, all right, it's done. We did it, you know. Oh god, these guys suck. I gotta buff up here because they can stun you in place and just kill you really quick. Falcon Mask. Yeah, they are pretty rough. Carrion Vine. Gross. Alright, I'll admit, Carrion Vine is kind of the worst skill in the game. It's kind of dookie. Carrion Vine. Oh, so close. It puts like a little tendril on the ground and it'll attack enemies. But it's like a druid specific skill. It's not good. Grand Charm! Yes, I love Grand Charms. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Ugh. And then like every now and again you get charms like this that you just leave in your inventory. Like I'm gonna toss it once I leave this place, but hey man, free gold. Which like yeah, like even that shit charm I just picked up that I'm just gonna throw on the ground, it has value for the dungeon at least, you know, because I yeah, a little bit of attack rate, a little bit of gold. I can at least keep it on me until I leave this place or I find some better items. I'm looking for Duriel, but I didn't want to go through all of the Arcane Sanctuary to find him. Are you watching a video about a terrorist? Oh, it blew up into smithereens. because it imploded. They're just making a joke about the implosion. That's not terrible. Yeah, it's a Zoomer song here. Ooh, blood gold. Yeah, these ones are really good to keep too. Like if you ever pick up a wand and it has hit causes monster to flee plus 100%, yeah, just keep it. You never know when you're gonna need, 100% get the hell off of me button. I accidentally had that on my paladin for a while, and I was like, dude, I can't fucking combat anything because everything is scared of me. Like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah. Ah. Buffs was out, I was sitting a little bit uncomfortable there. Almost died. Also, how are they going to top names like Mold Drool? Like, how do you go up from there? There's not much room to improve. Night Slime, Blightmane. These guys got cool names, man. No. Archon plates. Archon plates. I need more scrolly scrolls. I'm out of scrolly scrolls. I don't know. I think it's a light armor, not a heavy shirt. So I don't know. I don't know where it sits on the scale. Yeah. Ooh, that's got a lot on it. It's a beefy boy. If it was ethereal, that would have been really nice. Some people say ethereal, but those people are Nazis. Then again, you say Diablo, so it could be anything. It's okay. Measure. Yeah, make sure you measure the roof so that Diablo doesn't get up there. Damn it, I said the right one. It was supposed to be roof. And so it was. I don't like you big guys. Do another brain shot. They shoot like this weird little like energy thing at you, like a black shadow thing. I don't know if you can see it. And then they res the skeletons, kind of like the shamans. Ooh, thick wound. But yeah, like even like literally just the movement speed in this game makes me so much happy. Hey, that's a good one to keep. I want to check these speeds. It's not bad. It just gives better magic find, a couple golds. Oh, they added this really cool feature so that you could just pick things up into your cube. That's super nice. Yeah. Well, no, it's a separate key binding, so you have to press the separate key binding to get it to go to the cube. I guess that was to like prevent people from accidentally, you know, putting something in the cube, but I don't think that that was so big of an issue that they had to put it on a separate key binding. Yeah, Josh doesn't use his cube. He never keeps it in his inventory. It he annoys me so much in video games. It's oh man, it's the worst. Yeah, god damn it! I accidentally picked up arrows. If I could just not have arrows in the game, that'd be great. Ah, finally! All right, we found them. Yeah, he looks really cool. But yeah, like if you look at only rune words, not including any of the uniques in the game, there are more rune words in this game than all uniques and legendaries combined in Diablo 4. And I think that's not good. I think that's poor game design. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff in this game that is just not good. Like as you've seen, I just pass up any set item. They're not working. Well, I wouldn't mind if the items were interesting. They're just not. Yeah. But yeah, there's currently a glitch in Diablo 4 that's preventing resistances from working properly, which I don't understand. But uh, they had a chance to fix that with the patch they made, and all they'd have to do is make it so that intelligence scales with strength or armor. Make it scale with armor instead of resistances. Just until they figure out how to do what they've done 30 years ago with this game. Uh, but they didn't do it. And then they didn't give it. They didn't give the Necromancer better minions. Like, yeah, it's like Bloodfist. It's like I don't know how they messed up things that were already functional. Like you don't see people complaining that Mortal Kombat 1 you can't throw a fireball for some reason. And then the devs saying, "Oh yeah, we'll fix it in 6 months." That's what they told all the sorcerers. So the sorceress is the most popular class in the game, and it functionally doesn't work because the resistances don't work, right? It is by statistical value the most played character in Diablo 4. And during the press conference, they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna fix the sort in season 2, 6 months from now. That's when we're going to take care of this issue that's preventing the character from making any progress in the game because it just dies without the resistance stat." Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what they say. They don't want to change it mid-season for their live service game. Yeah, it's like that seems like much bigger of an issue than what they did. Because what they did with the patch was they gave you a way to teleport to the dungeon directly. And I'm like, oh, so we're just turning this into Diablo 3, where I never have to leave town. I can just sit in town and spawn dungeons over and over again. That's what we're doing? We're turning it into Diablo 3? Okay. What's the point of having like there's no point to go in the open world. There's no reason to walk around outside and touch grass, you know? Did I do this yet or did I miss one? Yeah. Yeah, make sure to leave a comment for the algorithm. Haha, that joke's not been played out for 20 years. Alright, buddy, get him going. Hope I don't die here. Later. Say Dante. Help.